guys, it's Kelly from Cards by Christine here with you on a Technique Thursday to share with you the gift card pocket technique. Something like that. Also, happy Thanksgiving. We are so thankful for you. So we appreciate your willingness to craft along with us and to support our small business. It is a wonderful community to be a part of. So we are so thankful for you. And we hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving with all of the ones that you love. So without further ado, no, we are frozen again. Oh my goodness. So bear with me. I will make this happen again. So I'm going to sit here again, just like last week, and talk to you about how much I really despise when this happens. And I'll have to let Chris know because I did pre-film this last week, just FYI. So this is twice in one day that I'm getting this error, and this has not happened to me like much at all in the past. So thank you for bearing with me as I hopefully make this work. All right, so for now, we're good. Let's see. All right, so there she is. Okay, so this card is part of our December monthly card class. It is a beautiful card as is, but it's further exemplifying why we are doing it in December, because it's a gift card. Now, our December cards usually aren't Christmas themed cards because most of our crafty friends have moved beyond that. You need to plan ahead, and December, you know, you can still crank out some Christmas cards, absolutely, but we start to move on to the next or more generic cards at this point in time. But this layout absolutely can be made into a Christmas card for gifting. So and I was going to pull a gift card out to show it, but it is what it is. It is perfectly sized and appropriately adhered so that you can go ahead and put a gift card in here. Obviously, here would be your sentiment panel. Sorry, I grabbed an incomplete card. So imagine that that would be there. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make this piece right here for your gift card. So bring in your cutter, and we're going to cut a piece of real red, and it is going to be 4 inches wide by 9 inches long. So that is appropriately sized that you'll be able to get 2 of these out of a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So go ahead and make your first cut at 4 inches, and then turn it and bring your ruler out and cut it at 9. Now, the beauty of this as well, you get this little piece of scrap here. Obviously, you can do whatever you want with that, but just so happens that you can punch both of your cherries out of that. So keep that in mind if you're designing this exact card. This piece of scrap is a very valuable scrap. Okay, oh, and I need to keep this open. Now, this gets folded in thirds. So 9 divided by 3 is you've got 3 3-inch panels. So rotate it and score it at the 3-inch line. I usually give it 2 or 3 passes with the scoring blade, and then at 6. Okay, fold that boy back up. And then you can go ahead and fold up. Make sure you burn it so you get a nice crisp fold here. And then fold this flap down. Uh-oh, got a phantom embellishment. So now you have your piece that is ready for your gift card. Now, you're gonna get really tight on the crease here, and you might get some bowing. So there's either 2 ways you can kind of challenge that. You can either try to see if the other flap is better. This one's marginally better. Or you can choose what your inside flap is gonna be and trim it down. And then I lied, there's a third option as well. Let me get my trimmer here. So I'm going to just take literally a 1/16 off, like not much. Okay, so that little bit, now we won't have the kind of crunching of the paper on the inside, and it'll fold a lot nicer. The other thing you could do is when you're scoring it, you could score it at just a little bit shy of 3 inches and then 6 inches. I should say just a little shy of 3 inches, just a tiny bit beyond 6 inches. Like I'm talking like a 1/16 of an inch at most, like very, very, very little. And then that'll pull this away from there. So 2 options for you how to keep it from crowding all of the paper in this joint. Okay? Now, on the front then, you are left with a 3 by 4 inch panel. And on here, you can decorate according to however you so choose. So take a 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I just did that backwards, but take that matte piece and decorate up here. On this piece then, as well, you can make a 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 matte on our sample card. We just have a beautiful piece of black and white DSP. And then, again, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 of basic white will get you your matte piece for your sentiment in here. And then for your piece that holds your gift card, you're going to be doing a 2 inch by 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 wide by 2 inches. That leaves a little bit of space for you to grab the card. You could even shrink that down by 1/4 of an inch if you wanted just a little bit more peeking out on the top. And then here, we used a 3/4 inch circle punch. Every time this comes up, I get more and more sad that Stampin' Up! Got rid of their circle punches. They are really a basic tool that I think everyone needs in their stamp arsenal. So you cannot purchase a 3/4 inch circle punch through Stampin' Up! If you have it, feel free to still use it. It is retired, but it is an essential tool in our toolkit. Also, you can find them like at a Joann or at Hobby Lobby, Amazon, any of those. It is a very basic tool that I wish Stampin' Up! Still had. So that's going to be my disclosure there, or disclaimer there, I should say. A couple other options that you have. There are some die sets that have circles that you could die cut the edge of that out. There are even some like not completely circular shapes, like an oval or, you know, an inside of a flower, or, you know, some random shapes in the die sets that you could use. Or, of course, you could always trace and cut that out, just fussy cutting. So I'm actually going to do that for you. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper to show you what I would do if I didn't have a... I'm just trying to see if I have a nicely sized scrap here. We're just going to take this one. Oh, that is very close. Let's see. So 3 3/4 by 2. Boom. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. Now, you can take any circular item. I would say not too huge. Like here I have some washi tape. That's kind of big. But just kind of look around your space. See what you can find that is somewhat circular that you can trace. Just like literally. Hey! Now that's not going to be perfect because it's like serrated. But we're going to trace this little guy. Full disclosure, this is not what I would use. I'm just looking in my vicinity, not finding real much. So that will work. And then I'm going to take my paper scissor. And for this particular one, I'm not going to cut each of those little, here, you can't really see it that well. each of those little bumpalies, I'm just gonna cut around the perimeter. Now, if you're doing a ton of these, the fussy cut method is probably not going to be the method you're going to choose because it takes more time. A punch, you'd be like 8 times done with this already. But here's your circle. And I can see here, I'm just gonna do that a little more. So there you go. There you have it. Now, we're gonna center it left, right, and bottom. And then there's a couple different adhesive methods that I will advise for you. I'm just gonna go grab a gift card to show you how much wiggle room you have, because you don't want to crimp yourself too much that you don't have enough room to get that card in and out. So where are we shopping today? I have a salon gift card. Ha ha. Okay, so you would lay your gift card here just to give yourself an idea of how much space you have. And then you can put that there. And you can see you don't have a whole ton of space. So what I would advise, especially based on the amount of space we have, tear and tape is a great option. It's a high quality adhesive, but when you look at how much space the tear and tape would take, that's not going to work. You can absolutely take, liquid glue is a favorite adhesive of mine. What I would advise is when you put your liquid glue on, that you are very cautious to keep it as close to the edge as possible. And then flip it over, go ahead and center again, and let it good and dry before you put your gift card in there. There is one other way, especially if you're not quite as steady with your hands, and I will show you that right now. This is not how Chris is designing hers, so keep that in mind, but this is another option. So if you get the card kit, it will not be this way, but let me show you. I'm gonna just grab a piece of scrap paper. So now what I would do is a little bit of math, and I'm actually gonna make mine 2 1/4 tall, or I really could get by 2. Yeah, we're gonna do 2 1/2. And then this width is 4 inches, and I'm gonna put a 1/2 inch tab on each side. So I'm gonna do 5 by 2 1/2. So let's bring our cutter in. So we're gonna go 2 1/2 by 5. Turn this way. And then we're gonna score 1/2 inch in on each side. Again, this is just a piece of scrap paper, so it's not going to be exactly as nice as a piece of cardstock was, but I wasn't finding an appropriately sized cardstock. This is 100% off the cuff, guys. So here we go. Oopsies, I just turned it a little bit. Okay, then what I would do is I would take my paper snips and I would trim this diagonally. So you can see, I'm gonna just draw my score marks here so you can see them, so you can better see what I'm doing. I would take my paper snips and cut a diagonal up to that peak. Then I would go ahead and score my tabs down and then burnish with my bone folder. Now you've created, oopsies, again, this is just paper, not cardstock, so that it's a lot thinner and it doesn't burnish quite as nicely. Okay, then you would have this, again, where's my gift card, that you could slide her in and out of. And again, I would take something circular and either punch with your circle punch if you have it in your arsenal, use a die, or you can fussy cut your little tab here. Now, with these tabs off to the side, you can use liquid glue, you could use your seal, you could use tear and tape, whatever adhesive is your choice. And then you can put the adhesive here, here, and there, and put it, and I did make this intentionally the width of the red piece, the panel that we're on. Now you are able to slide this in and out. So another option that you can choose. So that is our gift card holder. And it is part of the December monthly cards. So I'm going to show you the rest of the monthly cards that you get in December so that you see what you're signing up for if you want to take the class. So we've got our beautiful cherries card. We also have a thank you card with a cute little snowman and bunny. I love it so much. And this vellum on the back is actually like felted. We've got the kind of fuzzy little snowflakes in the back. There we go. Now we can see it. So I love that. My favorite part of this is this die cut snowflake frame. So pretty. Then we also have this willow tree. So pretty. It's a birthday card, or it can be whatever you want it to be. But as it sits in front of you, it's a birthday card. And I just love every element of this card. I love the double paper banners on the end, this beautiful twine bow, and just how the card lays out. It is so pretty. And this is the third card in our December monthly card class. So if you are interested in that, these are the 3 beautiful cards that you will make. And you can always reserve your spot by contacting Chris via any of the methods that you see here, or you can find it on the website under the events tab. So I hope you had a wonderful Technique Thursday and an even better Thanksgiving. So we look forward to making more cards with